We'll see if anybody pops in. We are going to see. Here. J Dog, how are you? Justin, hello. Hello. Trying to kill this light a little bit so it's not so bad. See if that changes any, no? Oh, we don't want that brightness up. Hold on. There. That might be a little better. I'm not sure. So, Justin, how are you doing? Hit the thumbs up, please, people, so people know to pop in. Well, good luck with that. I hope you accomplish it. That would be very amazing, J-Dog. It would be very amazing. Hold on a minute. I'm not doing bad. I tried to call your friend back today, Justin, and she did not answer the phone, but I left a message. Just started. You did not miss anything. I was just going to text you, Edward Tyndall, that I was going to do. I want to show you something. Edward. Wait a minute. The wife picked me up a surprise. These containers, they seal all the way around. These are good for, I'm going to put my Bumba Kabakas in here. And because they're too big for the vials they're in now. So I'm going to put them in here for the next stage up. But I think they're going to be good in these. Oh, and thank you, Tyndall. Hello. Thank you. What do you think? She picked them up at the dollar store today when she on her way home from work. Tanisha, how are you doing? It's right here, Edward. Oh my God, it's heavy. It's right there, buddy. Boom. It's kind of got like a slightly purple hue to it. I put it up to my ear because earlier I could have swear I heard like ringing, like humming. But I could be wrong. It could be quartz. I don't know much about minerals or something. I wish it was silver. I don't know much about. Yes, it is. The house we got next door, the lady was a rock collector. I mean, she had curio cabinets full of crystals and stones and everything, and this is one of them. I don't know. I don't know how well you can see it. I don't know if you can see it really well. I'll try to get it up here in the light. I don't know. It's real heavy. I know that. I mean, I bet you this thing is 6-7 pounds. It's not even that big. Mine, like it's quartz in there, and inside of it's a big chunk of gold, huh? So Juan, how are you doing? Tired but okay, Tanisha. That's good. That's not good that you're tired, but it's good that you're okay. Because doesn't gold usually go along quartz veins and stuff? If that's what it is, I don't know if it's quartz. I don't know nothing about it. So, would anyone like to come on the stream? I'll get you on. I got 4 people watching. I can't see thumbs up or nothing like that anymore because yeah, can't worry about people like that. I don't get involved in none of that stuff anymore. It's just stupid. It is so stupid. So, almost ready to get started. Thank you, Justin. Oh, that's cool. 3 thumbs up. Very cool. Very, very good. You okay, huh? So, Edward, you want to come on or?
Come on. And absolutely no high fives, wedgies, or and those are our rules. If at any point you need a reminder, don't hesitate.
Ormond, do you want to come on? Yeah, you can't. I don't be bothered with none of that stuff. It's meaningless. No, I mean, do you want to come on? I could send you an invite and you could be on the screen with me in a matter of seconds. Oh. All right. Fortnite must be a fun game. Yeah. Yeah. Sure, Juan. Sure. Did you guys check out Edward Tyndall's video today of the tarantula breeding? It was it was good. Sure, Edward, like you will come on, or sure, like it's a fun game. Oh yeah, don't worry about it, Edward. It's fun. At least you're in here. Yeah, you guys should have checked out that video. He was breeding. Oh, I can't remember what you said you were breeding there, Edward. What kind of tarantulas they were. But it was a good video. He taught you guys a trick in there if you plan to breed tarantulas. So I suggest every single one of you go over and check that video out. Let me see if I can get a link to it. Because it was very good. I'm not going to tell you what the trick is. You have to watch the video to learn the trick. And he actually uses the technique in the video, and it works. Let me see if I can get this here. And there you guys go. Go check that video out after the broadcast of this video. So let me see. Let me see here. I sent you the link, Edward. Let me know if you get it. So, yeah, this is a that video is very interesting. It was very good. It was you learn a lot in Edward Tyndall's videos. So, Justin, are you still in here, buddy?
Legend has it a cult of gator worshippers sacrifice themselves here. Sometimes you can see their screams.
So, Tanisha, how's the weather down there? Becky, how are you doing?
Why so edgy?
I was showing everybody the really cool
I'm just scared of alligators.
containers you bought me for tarantulas on your way home.
For years, no gators. Yeah, I'm gonna have to eat the bodies. Could actually be the last time I take anyone by the Masonville mayoral election, he promised to drain it and build a prison. What?
No, it's not about how to cook chicken. It is kind of interesting, though. But it's getting cold down there. It's not so bad. He was like, I don't know what it was here. It was somewhat warm here today. Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on. I think we got a guest here. Edward Tyndall, how are you?
I'm here.
That's cool.
I'm on Fortnite, but I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you just fine.
I'm great.
How is you like that game?
That I just put up. Cell service there.
And that is why you should vote.
Oh.
Hold on a minute.
Your phone just broke.
Yeah. Edward Tyndall got
All
on
right.
the screen
Oh.
crack.
Edward Tyndall got on and cracked Becky's phone.
No.
What did he say?
He said no.
All right, I had to mute my other open tab with a YouTube, but
It is
it's working.
the wealth of civil society. And as such, I'd like to go on record.
Yeah, Becky asked how you were doing, Edward.
I am doing good.
He is doing good. How is
Becky
Sarah?
doing okay?
Yep, she's doing good. She's right back there. I don't know if you can see her sitting back there.
No, because the way that the new thing
Her
is,
she
they
is
don't see
asleep.
me.
Oh,
I don't know if they can. I'm like,
it's that Sarah.
She's asleep. I don't
there,
know
you
if
can see my hand.
You can see Becky's hand.
yeah, it's there's a delay
Oh,
for some reason.
yeah. She's not doing bad. It's cold there, Juan. It was cold here last week, but now today was kind of warm. I don't.
Yeah, right. Speak for yourself. Today was pretty cold.
Tomorrow's going to be really
Cold
warm.
here. Thought you told me it was warm, Andy.
No, I said it's not freezing cold, Edward.
Lovely.
It's not like sub-zero temperatures yet.
Well, what Becky Sinsky said in the comments,
She can't take the cold.
I can't either.
Yeah.
Probably worse than her.
Tomorrow's gonna be 60 degrees.
60's nice.
So that's not so bad. What's it? Oh, it's 41 there. Michigan, Juan, it's 41 there. Yeah, it's not so bad here.
All right. Yeah, that was not a successful breeding, but that spray bottle technique worked really well.
Yeah, I have to admit, when you sprayed that, she was done. She wouldn't
Right.
attack or nothing.
It surprised me that it did work, but it worked.
Yeah, you got a winter weather advisory there, Justin.
We got a cyclone advisory here.
Yeah, you guys are supposed to get that coming up this weekend, is it, or something?
Yes, I'm not sure. I didn't know I was in the tropics in Alabama, central Alabama.
Well, I suppose one of them bands could come and hit you then, huh?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
So
We were snug as a bug in a rug there.
that's good. What's Mikey doing? Sleeping too, or is he playing Fortnite?
He's Fortniting with me.
Very good. Father-son bonding.
For a little bit. Uh-huh. I got to go back to the tarantula room after a while and do some stuff, but I figured I'd play with the kid for a while.
Yeah.
It's something I enjoy. And blow off a little steam, snipe some people.
Sound like my son down here. He's always crazy about his games, man. He just bought one. I don't know what it was.
I can really see why.
He got money for his birthday, and he went and got one. And it's, I don't know what it is. Do you remember what the name of that game is on or no? I don't think she heard me. She's too much into her TV. But yeah, I don't know what the name of it is. But he was very excited to get it. And Emma, she was excited he got it too. So,
Justin Ward, how you doing, buddy? And Tanisha, OM, Michigan. You got a few people in here.
yeah.
And I shared. You know, it helps if you share on Facebook.
Yeah.
And other people can see. I try to get everybody to share every live stream they can.
Well, I shared yours earlier.
I appreciate it very much.
So, Juan,
well, I'm done Fortniting for a while.
With your tarantulas, Juan, when will you think you'll have a like a list up of what you'll have?
Okay.
Hey, Mikey.
This is Andy. Andy can see you.
Andy.
Hey, Mikey, how you doing?
Good.
That's good. That's good. You having fun playing Fortnite?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Get live.
Yeah, he's live.
Yep, you're live.
Hey, live. See? There you are. It's just a slight delay.
Yeah, there's a slight delay because I went through this StreamYard because I can't get to go live off of YouTube itself anymore. I don't know what happened. I can't figure it out.
I can't figure out a lot of things either. I don't know why. I'm looking at Mikey right now, and I'm in the reptile room.
Yeah,
and he's not here.
Oh. So everybody, if there's a slight delay, I apologize for the delay. So, but yeah,
It is absolutely fine.
In December, huh? It'll be a good size. Yeah, because I'm looking for the Phonopelma, no, the Brachypelma albiceps and the Brachypelma bohomii. I don't know how to pronounce that one.
Bomai, I think.
Bomai is exactly how they say it. Yes.
The Mexican fire leg.
Yes. Fear Not Tarantula has some really nice looking ones on there. You know, just
awesome.
So,
I got a question earlier. It was a Phonopelma simani, is what I was trying to breed.
Oh, the Phonopelma simani, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was looking at like there's a few other too, like the Brachypelma humorii and classy. I think they're all cool.
Yep. Yeah, I have a few humorii. I've been meaning to tell you, I met somebody at the show that's going to do a 50-50 with me when my humorii male matures. So there'll be 1,500 babies right there in my half probably.
How long does it take them to mature out?
I don't know, but mine's the size of my hand, so he should have already been mature. He's unbelievably large.
Okay, that ain't bad. Then that shouldn't be too bad. And then
I have 100 babies of each ones. Who has
yeah, he
Michigan
does.
Exotic?
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of tarantulas. He just got an order in.
That is amazing.
And then I was talking about the Brachypelma Emily or however you pronounce that one. Yeah, they're all good. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of
Amelia. I don't know. I've always called him an Amelia. I've never heard anybody say it. Emilia. I have one of those, a male.
Yeah. He got that order from Europe, Juan did. So that'll be cool.
Wow. Well.
And see, darling,
I never showed you guys. I never showed you guys the Phonopelma chalcodes that I got at the show today.
Oh no, not that I know of. Maybe in that live stream.
Amazing.
Didn't you show them in the live stream in the little vial or whatever it was?
No, this one's a big girl.
Oh wow!
She is.
I could see it.
Look at her.
Wow.
Man, she's such a. I love these. They're very handleable, very nice. This is a wild caught adult female. I have a male. I'm just gonna reach in there and grab her out. She is absolutely beautiful.
Is she
I highly
is she an adult then, or?
Yep, she is an adult ready to breed, and I have a male. I named after Tennessee tarantulas, so we're gonna start power feeding that and breed it, so we're gonna have captive-born babies. These are just such a lovely, nice tarantula. They shake hands with you and everything. Right out of the wild.
Yeah.
It's not showing me shake hands, and they give high fives too, from down low. And they don't really care how you grab them. You see how I'm handling this tarantula? I'm just grabbing it all over the place. And
Yeah, that's
they just
amazing
do
that
their
some of them
thing.
are like that.
Yep. Well, a lot of people say these are overrated, but they're not. You don't have any of these, do you?
No, I have none, and I wouldn't mind. I need to get some, so I will.
They take forever to grow.
I will
We
see
have
what
3
you
or
get.
4 of them.
And that's a
Yep.
female, you said? That one?
Yes, sir. Female, adult. It was $70, but I traded for it, so I got it around probably about $50.
Oh,
I
that ain't
traded
bad.
2 of my $25 tarantulas. So,
For an adult, that ain't bad at all.
Used to could get them for $10 to $15 all day long, but everything's getting more expensive now.
Yeah. So how many do you have in your collection now? How many tarantulas in total do you have?
Me?
Yes.
I honestly don't know. I got about probably around 300 slings and let's see, 12. Let's see, this shelf holds 16 adults, 12 adults. All of them are adults. If there are sub-adults, all these are. I don't know how many. I need to do a count of everything I have. We got shelves. All of this back here are all tarantulas. All those little containers up there are tarantulas. We're trying to rearrange it. I will take a count and tally them up at some point for you guys.
Yeah,
And
that's
then I have
pretty.
some other people here too.
What was that?
I have some other people's tarantulas here too that other people had bought and wanted me to raise them up for them. Some and
Oh,
these are all tarantulas too. I have adult. This is mostly pokies right here. Piscilotharia species. We have adults or not. All of these babies are Fasciata, Metallica, and then I did a rehousing of the S. calciatum, and that's one of the most dangerous rehousing videos I've ever made. It's not ready yet, but I'll upload it tonight so y'all guys can see that.
oh, that'll be good to
That's
see.
what I'm going to name it, the most dangerous rehousing ever. Yes.
That'll be
It's
fun to see.
everything not to do with rehousing that tarantula. I don't know how much truth there is to it, but somebody told me that now that spider is responsible for the death of elderly people with bad hearts in Africa. I don't know about that, but
And
it does cause heart problems.
what kind of tarantula was that?
Stromatopelma calciata. Let me get it. They're extremely fast flying feather leg baboon.
Oh, it's a feather leg baboon.
I was a little nerved watching, or when it was on. Sarah was pulling my shirt trying to get it out. I don't know if anybody can see it yet. There's a lag. I'm
I
gonna
can
hold it
see
here
it.
for a moment for you guys.
How big is that one?
It's not on your live. There it is. This one is about, well, I don't know, probably 2.5 inch, possibly. So you spell it. Stromatopelma calciatum.
Yeah, it's a feather leg baboon.
Yep.
Who?
Starting to get little feathers on its legs. I don't know if y'all seen that or not.
Yep. I see it. Oh, I can see it a little bit. Hi, Native Crib. Native Crib just popped in. Who's leaving, Native Crib? I didn't know anybody was leaving. Paul Baker, Michigan Exotics, Juan said he started importing them after Paul Baker quit. So,
Yep. Paul Becker, a lot of people had not nice things to say about him, but he was always good to me. I started getting my tarantulas from him, actually.
oh yeah,
Yep. He always did me really well, and then I switched over to pelt friction, and then I also hit the shows and stuff when he got out of it. And I deal with people on the boards as well. I deal with a lot of people all over, really.
I like Fear Not's a really good place too. I haven't had a problem with Fear Not at all.
Johnson and Johnson is reculling 33,000 things of baby powder. That's
yes,
going to
they
hurt
are.
the stocks on Johnson & Johnson. Wow.
Yep. I know. And what I got from you dealt good with me. I didn't have no problems with you. So, you know, I got Fear Not, and I used you. I ordered some from somewhere. I'm trying to think of where it was at. I can't remember what the name of the place was, and I didn't have no problem with them. But I called him and asked him a question about something, and I made a mistake because I was new to it, and I said I can't remember even what the question was, and I said, well, Fear Not tarantulas would have did this or something, and that lady on the other end completely went ballistic. I am not Fear Not tarantulas, damn it! Everybody calls me and says that to me. I was like, sorry.
Wow. Yeah, everybody does their own thing, really.
Yeah.
I try to do people like I want to be done. When I order a box of tarantulas, I want to see a nice, packed, comfortable tarantula or tarantulas. I want them taken care of. I want to see freebies in there. So I do things like I would want done to me
Yeah.
because it's very exciting and I can never get that feeling that I got.
I'll tell you when I ordered them and I got them from you, huh? Leo, he won't walk down the step. That's Leo. When I got the package from you, that was probably the best packed tarantulas I've ever seen. All the containers were nice. The paper towels that you had in there and stuff were nice and moist. They were well packaged. Nothing was moving or bouncing around in there. And that's no joke. That was probably, and I've ordered from about 3 different companies, and you had about the best packing job I've seen.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Michigan Exotic says, me too. I didn't like him because he was brown boxing back in the days. Who is he talking about?
The guy you were just talking about, what is it? Paul Baker, is that his name?
Oh, Paul Becker. Yeah. A response to that, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Without people brown boxing, what would we have in America today? I mean, people like Tom Crutchfield, he used to brown box and brown bag and brown everything he could here.
Yep.
And people love him. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have hardly anything here.
Hardly
he even
anything.
went to prison.
Yeah, he went to prison.
Yep. Lost some of his life so we could have things. So
yeah,
I can't hate on people for brown boxing.
No. But some people felt bad about it because it undercut them, I guess, or something. I don't know. But I know that we wouldn't have half the reptiles we have if it wasn't for people like Tom Crutchfield. And that's no joke.
Nope.
Because you see, they cut everything off at some point. They completely shut stuff down so you can't get it. Look at what they did to the Emperor Scorpion. Emperor Scorpions used to be $5. Now you got to get them.
Yep.
Some of them are $80, $90 because they stopped importing them.
Yep. People also say brown boxing stuff from like the Amazon jungle. It's a bad thing. It hurts the environment. It does this and that. Well, I just watched most of the Amazon burn to the ground, and probably millions of species of animals are gone forever now.
Some
if we had some of them in captivity, we would have been fine. And
some we probably didn't even know about.
Yep.
I'm sure there was some species there that weren't even discovered yet and are gone.
I'm sure of it.
So
I've discovered stuff in Texas that there's no more, or nobody's ever discovered before. And that's crazy. Insects, as far as insects goes, aquatic insects.
It's crazy some of the stuff that they find out there. What they say, they find 1,500 or 1,800 new species a day, and it takes them a couple of years to get it all written up, and before they can bring it out to people and let people know what it is and stuff. So, I mean, I'm sure
sometimes before they get it wrote up, it's extinct.
Yeah, I'm sure there's tarantulas out there that nobody's discovered yet. That's like I learned something. I watched a thing on the Goody, the Sapphire, the Poecilotheria metallica Goody Sapphire. Where they were originally from is gone now. And the reason they still have them is because they figure the train that went through there was some got on the train and just got off the train at one of the other stops somewhere like 100 miles away from where they were originally from, and they set up their own little colony there. And that's the only reason they're there, because they totally did away with their home environment, because it's just crazy.
Really cool.
It's crazy what we do as humans. But like I said, it hold on a minute. I was just fixing something. Like I said, it's crazy how the species saved itself to a point. I mean, they're really endangered where they're at, but kind of saved itself. You know, they said it had to travel somewhere, like it's somebody's luggage or something.
So, or people brown boxing.
Yep.
The Handamobila samica is the same. I heard that they are extinct in the wild because scientists a certain amount of time to go in there and collect specimens, and then they burned it, poisoned it, cut down the forest, and built thatched houses in the place of that.
And stuff like that pissed me off.
I mean, too. That's why I had that Phonopelma lanceolatum. The same thing happened to that. There's only a very few of them here. I don't even know the names of some of the people that own them.
Yeah. And you only have the one, right?
Yep, I have one.
I hope you find another one to breed with it.
Yes, me too. You definitely got to get one of these, Andy.
Oh, I definitely want them in the collection. I just have
to. Look at the big head.
Yes.
Yep. I like the fact that you can. These creatures are not dumb. I'm sitting here manipulating it, poking it. It could bite me or anything, and it's not. It knows what its food is, and it knows what some other thing is. It's crazy. This is a more social type tarantula too. I do believe.
We got another person that wants to pop in, so we're gonna bring them in. All right.
All right. Can do I have to leave, or do they? Can they?
No,
leave, it don't matter.
No. They're right here. There we go. How's that, guys? Or should I do it?
That's awesome.
Differently.
I don't see nothing.
You don't see nothing, huh?
There you go.
There you go. You can't see him on the side, no?
Yeah, I see Michigan Exotics.
Exotics, yes. So we're talking tarantulas tonight, Miss Juan. So how are things going, buddy?
Pretty good. Stuff that I was hearing about Paul Baker. Yeah, he was always good to me too. The problem is a lot of people didn't like him because back in the days he used to brown boxing, and it was lower the price of everything, if you remember. For example, like P Metallicas, it used to be $150 when he used to sell it for $80. So a lot of people didn't like him because the prices that he had.
Yeah.
And then he got caught, and then he let the authorities, who was the German guy that he was selling the spiders. There's still an article on Google. If you search for it, it's still there. Where he got caught, and he got to give it away the name of the guy that he was sending the spider. But yeah, I mean, he was always good until a couple years he started going crazy, and that's when everybody's like, whoa, I don't know what's wrong with him. But you know, and he quit. He quit after he lost so many animals on the store. I think he went to vacation, and then the guy who was supposed to be taking care of it, he didn't feed it or water them, so a lot of them die.
Oh, that's a shame.
But yeah, that's. But yeah, you guys right. There is so many spiders that we have that we still got because us, not because PETA, not because conservation or nothing like that. It's because us. They be burning miles and miles. For example, like all the pokies, like pretty much they all disappearing. But that's because the Indian government is giving royalties to the to the people they do corn and stuff like that. So they destroying their environment. It's not because the hobby, you know.
Yeah.
It's pretty much them.
You know what I
They
say?
doing that.
I say this is. I have a saying, and I say we will protect species into extinction because there's like the California garter snake there. It's only in like a 10-acre area, but you can't even touch them. But if they were to let people get them in their collections, they could breed them and really overdo the population of them, but they won't let the common person do that for some reason. And why, I don't know. And I think we do a much better job than Mother Nature. Like Justin Ward just said here, the California condor, 90% of them are in zoos now, and they're saving them because they're in zoos and they're being taken care of that way.
If I can say something in a minute.
Yeah, like your tarantula.
Back up.
You like your tarantula, Edward, that you were just talking about. Nobody has them, but you have one, and
Yes.
there's probably a few other out there. And if they would have let people gather
Yes.
them up back in the day,
Hmm.
they would
Yep.
be very
And
prevalent.
back on Paul Becker, how he was selling when they were selling $150 a piece on goodies, and he was selling them for 80. I bought some from him as low as 45 a piece while he was selling
Yeah,
them for 80.
yeah,
And
yes, yes.
he told me, I said, why are you selling them so cheap? He says, it's not about the money to me. It's the fact that these are so endangered and some of the species I'm carrying is so rare and I want to spread them out. And people look at a $150 price tag and they'll say, well, I might not want that now. But if people see thousands of $150 price tags and they see one for 80 or 90, they're more willing to get that and get into the hobby and get a love for the animal and keep it spread around. And I think
Well,
he wasn't really about the money. He was about trying to get the spiders in people's hands. And
no,
as
yeah,
far
no,
as the guy goes that let him die, he robbed Paul Becker. He did not. They did not die. He stole them. I know that for a
oh,
fact
because
because I know
I,
I'm friends with
I,
somebody who knows.
no, I'm
Yeah.
saying because I saw the ad. I'm sorry, I saw the ad that he put it on it. That he the something happened with Paul Baker. I did. Let me explain something. I didn't talk to him anymore after I would say a year before he quit selling the spiders, but that's because he tried to tax me on the spiders with the Californian taxes. And I'm like, dude, I'm in Michigan. I'm not in California, so we don't pay no taxes for that. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Juan. You have to go. So you have to go and get a tax a paper. I don't remember good. I still got the email too. He asked me
Yep.
about some paper from the government about taxation on California. I'm like, dude, we don't have that right here in Michigan. And then he pretty much he stopped selling me. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I went and get the permit. That's $120, and you get the exporter, and that's it. I mean, you get the broker because for some tarantulas you have to get seeds. I don't have no seeds. So that's I can bring some regular tarantulas to the United States, but I cannot bring the ones with seeds. For example, like the brachypelmas. In this case, I'm talking about when he was brown boxing. I'm talking about 1999. No, no, not recently. I'm talking back in the days. So I'm not saying that
Okay.
it's
That was
good
before I knew him.
or go ahead, Edward.
That was before I knew him back in '99. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was way back. I started doing tarantulas with John Apple and John P. Morris and Michigan Arachnids. That was back in 1997. We used to get like I'm not gonna lie to you, and I still got the emails about how much we spent on Paul Baker back in those days. We used to spend like $4,000, $5,000, and I'm talking about 1997. That was a ridiculous amount of money. Uh, I mean, on spiders. Uh, and the thing is this: he never do wrong to me. The last time that we didn't agree because I'm not gonna pay taxes from California when I'm in Michigan. First of all, uh, but that doesn't mean that I hate the guy. I don't hate the guy. I'm just trying to say that was back in the days. That's when you say like some people don't like him, but that's because back in the days, like way back in the days, he started doing that. And he, like I said, he released the name of the German seller, and thus he went to jail, and Paul Baker got his ass. He was saved. And I say he was saved because
Wow.
he didn't went to jail because he said the name of the exporter of the guy that he was sending the animals. Now
I remember
after
that.
that,
That's horrible.
after oh no, that was a big shame for I would say a little bit for Paul Baker. But there is one thing that people don't remember. Um, People in this hobby and every reptile hobby, they always forgot who is who in this hobby. Let me tell you why the people forgot. For example, like did you guys remember Urban Jungle, the guy that he got
Urban
his
Jungle Radio
podcast?
guy,
Yeah,
Danny Menendez.
yeah. Okay, I will show you some scam that he do in for on the arachnid culture,
Yeah,
and
I
he
know.
did that shit. He did that shit to me. Even he said that I'm gonna send you my lawyer. I'm like, motherfucker, you sold me a freaking P Metallica male as a female, and you know it was a male. So, and it was not the only one. Uh, because there is few. Because he not because he's doing okay right now with his radio, it means that he was always straight. Same thing with Paul Baker. Actually, let me tell you something. There is I know somebody. I'm not gonna name names. I know somebody right here in Michigan. He got some imports from Australia.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and that's
that's an eye
I'm
opener.
not gonna talk legal stuff. I'm talking about legal stuff.
Yeah, well, anything coming from Australia, you can't
Okay, so
get a shipment in from Australia. It's kind of up in the air
my
there.
my my friend, he still got this guy still got some stuff from Australia.
Yeah,
He
same.
didn't he breed, but he didn't put it for sale or nothing like that because he know that he can get in trouble. Now this is the thing. I'm talking about 1995, 1996 when he did that.
Yeah, this is back when um you get back in 95 and 96, you're talking even before that, back in the late 80s, early 90s. That's back when Tom Crutchfield was flying high really good with this stuff, and he was like with I don't know if you guys ever heard of Martin's Aquarium or nothing like that out there on the East Coast.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep, I
stuff like
remember
that.
that.
Yeah. Yep. So
Oh, I've been long enough on the tarantula world. There is only one person that will trust her, even if she's a little expensive on her prices. But that's Anastasia. That's the only girl. And let me tell you this: all these, all these, what?
what's the name of the place she does she have a
Yeah, the website.
sell the
The
tarantulas on her? Does she have her own website? What
yeah.
what's the name of the website?
Is that's the Russian chick, net bug.
Yeah, net bugs.
Yep. Yeah, I've
Now,
dealt with
now,
her as well. She's good.
now you
I
have to
have bought
remember
from
one.
her before.
Okay, now you have to remember one thing. She have like I would say 5 different species of senesis imanis. I mean, no imanis. I'm sorry, senesis, right?
Yeah.
And not even the Europeans have it. 2 of those. How she's getting it?
She's Russian. She can get anything.
There you go. So that's the mafia shit. So I'm not saying I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm just saying there is a how or a dark path to everybody. Uh, how they get the tarantulas.
You know, I thought about. I did a lot of figuring. It's real expensive to get into importing these tarantulas and stuff. I checked it out because there's all kinds of paperwork you have to do, and you have to do paperwork every time. And then I learned
Yep.
something when they're coming into the ports, you have to pay for the people to search through to make sure they are what they say they are. And if
Yep.
it comes in, let's say it comes in on a Christmas day, and you got to pay that overtime because they get paid overtime because it's a holiday and stuff. It's crazy
Yeah.
how that can catch up to you and get to you.
It cost me for every shipment. It cost me $1,500 for $10,000 on spiders.
Yeah.
Now it's not my right to raise the prices like these guys. For example, like the P Metallicas. Right now, P Metallicas, because they put it on series, now they're at 130. But the Europeans, they still selling it for what was my wholesale price? That was 20 euros.
So that's about $40 then.
Well, right now the euro, I think it's the same right now as the dollar.
Oh, is it? It was higher than $1 for a while.
Yeah, but now
It
I
still
think.
is.
Yeah, I know. Okay, €1 to $1. €1 is 1.12 cents.
Oh, so that came down a lot.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're almost the same. Like I say, they're almost the same. So let's say, even if you're gonna do big shipments, it's okay to pay for. That's good. But if you're not gonna do big shipments, don't even do that. That's
what
time.
the only way it would be worth anything is if you got $10,000 worth of stuff or something. You would have to have a big order like that for it to pay off in the long haul.
Yep. For example, like I always sell, like I'm getting my boxes, and I always sell half of my shipment, and that's the whole thing is pay off.
Now,
and I keep half.
I was just say after how you keep half of what you ship in.
Yeah.
And you raise it up.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was going to do that with Paul Baker, with the last shipments of Paul Baker, but then he wanted me to tax me. I'm like, dude, you're selling me stuff that is already they probably if it's a male or a female, because they're already like 1 inch and a half, 2 inches. So that's not fair.
No.
So
now, Edward, did you do any importing? Didn't you? I thought you said you did importing, but I can't remember. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it was back in the day. I guess people would consider it brown boxing. But I didn't know no better. I got what I could get when I could get it, and I was happy about it because my family always pushed religion on me, and I'm not a religious person nowadays. But in the Bible it says God gave man dominion over all animals, so I believed it was my God-given right to have, keep, hold, buy, and sell until I wanted to.
That makes a good point.
What I believe.
I know. That's like the. I don't see. I agree with you on the Endangered Species Act. Now, that's been totally destroyed now. The Endangered Species Act. So how could they actually force you not to get into endangered species?
They can't. Not legally. All that'll come out in the wash. I did make a purchase from Paul Becker while Michigan Exotics is on here. This was my last dealing with him 3 years ago, and it is a Pampa Bedius species Goliath. As far as I know,
Oh, that's a nice one.
It's a mature male, and it needs to be bred with something because I have nothing to breed it with. It's an absolutely
Wait a minute,
beautiful
that's a
spider.
female?
That's a mature male. A mature
Oh,
male
I got
Pampa Bedius
a
species
we
Goliath.
yeah we got those 3 years ago. Actually, John P. Morris got 3 females right now. He won.
I got this as a BOGO deal. Buy one, get one free.
And those itches.
$65.
Wow.
I got 2 of them, and they both ended up being male.
Oh,
The other
okay.
one's dead. Anybody wants to do a
Yeah,
50-50 with that one?
yeah, John. Let me contact John Morris. He have 2 females, and we got it from exactly from Paul Baker like 3 or 4 years ago. That was way back in.
This one's been making
Yeah.
sperm webs for 2 years. He just made a sperm web a couple weeks ago, but he's been making sperm webs for 2 years. He's been mature, and he's still alive.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you better start breeding them somewhere along the way. Or you
So
won't
it's
be.
an emergency to breed something.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only
No,
one I've
yeah,
got.
let-
I've been
let-
advertising on my channel for 2.5 years.
Yeah, let me talk to him. I think he still got the 3 females on in his house.
That'll be
So what are
great.
you what are you going to be breeding this year, Juan, with the tarantulas?
Well, I got some. I have old pockies. The problem with the with the series now, I have to prove those ones they came legally to the states and blah 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 and all that kind of stuff. And because they're CITES now, I cannot cross state lines unless I don't know. There is a lot of gray area about the pockies right now.
What I want to know is how
There should be no gray area. There should be no gray area after Donald Trump, our president and father of our country, abolished the Endangered Species Act, and all pokies are an endangered species, and they're not even from this country. So we should buy, sell, and trade as we want and see fit. And it should be no little company's business to tell us not to do so.
I agree with
In
you.
my opinion.
Don't you think the USDA is going to say something to us?
No, he did away with it. He did away with it months ago.
Yeah, he did away with it, but endangered species
Completely.
because it's an emergency that we drill and drill and drill.
For
It's
oil.
okay
He did.
with that oil spill we had off there. It had a busted line for 87 days pumping oil into our waters, and now crabs are coming all over the world and dying there because it's putting out a pheromone in the ocean. But their USDA is okay with it because it's not a species that we eat. They don't give a shit about the animals.
Yeah, no,
We are
he
a
did away
silent
with
arc.
it to drill
We need to
everywhere.
stick together. We need to stick
Oh,
together and raise these spiders.
Yeah. Actually, they care about these spiders when you own it and you're making money, because USDA 2 months
I agree.
ago they show up on the fucking show and they tell us like, oh, that's USDA whatever blah 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 blah
Let
blah,
me ask-
and they give us. Go ahead, Andrew.
Let me ask you another question. If you can hear me still. Can you hear me, Juan? Or
Yeah, I can hear you.
okay, because it froze up for a second on my end.
Okay.
Now, how can they make you prove where you got them from if they're adults already? I mean, you could say you've had them for 20 years. Or well, not 20. Well, females, you could say you had them for 10 years.
A purchase of proof of purchase.
Yeah, but I mean, who keeps that stuff after 10 years?
Me.
Yeah, it keeps the receipt that long.
Well, I got you there, but because you're running a business, but like someone like me wouldn't. I could say.
Oh no, yeah, like small breeders. I understand that. Like somebody, and I'm not calling nobody small breeders I'm saying small collectors. I'm sorry, collectors.
Yeah, well,
I would say. Yeah, it's different, of course.
If
Now,
all your stuff in a
if
fire or something, and not your animals, I mean, it would be hard for them to prove otherwise.
mhm.
I don't think they're going to
I
enforce it very much. To be honest with you.
They got more important things to do than to enforce.
well, right now
Yeah.
they enforce me on Pockies and Celadonias. That's what they get me. I cannot cross state lines. That's what they told me. And actually, USDA was cool about it because then they went and told the Brazilian government, okay, give me a list of the animals that they came from Brazil, and told me which ones are not that you cannot they are native of Brazil, and they can provide it. They can't because I mean, even if they got the Brazil name, most of the tarantulas, they say Brazil. Mostly they're from Peru. You know.
Now
Uh,
here's another question for you. Okay, now with this whole shipping across state lines, I thought you couldn't sell them across state lines, but you could ship them to somebody for free across state lines. So let's
oh
say
no,
you
yeah,
have
because yes, because you're not doing business. You're not.
yeah. Okay, so
Yes.
let's say you had some phonopalma chalcodes like Edwards got here. You told
Uh-huh.
the guy you raised the price to those slings to like let's say $100. You could throw them in as freebies if they spend that kind of money with you because you're not actually selling them to them.
Yes. See, that's the thing. Is for example,
Yes.
like all these companies playing with the taxes. It's almost the same thing.
Yeah,
Buying cars and putting buying cars and trucks in their name, in their company name, and so they make the taxation is less. It's just almost the same thing. You just play the system, pretty much.
yeah,
I did a video on that not too long ago about bee vegans. I was going to raise my bee vegans to 150 a piece, piece of Lotharia fasciata. I got a shit ton
Uh,
of fasciatas. I got pregnant females, and that whole wall behind me is fasciata. I am a turkey dealer, and I can't. I got 10 years of my life invested in my spiders. I can't have nobody after 10 years telling me that I can't have a spider when they're selling Raid that's specifically for killing spiders on the shelf at Walmart. Makes
yeah,
no
yep,
sense to me. It's bullshit.
yep,
yep, yep, yep.
People do not like these animals, and we have to keep them alive. It's important.
Yep.
yep.
No, I
I
agree.
agree. I agree. Also, it's a there are ways around everything though if you really thought about it. If you worked at like raising the price of
Yeah.
your other stuff and just here's a freebie, you get this with a freebie.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
if you go to prison in America, you can get cocaine off of a hooker's ass if you pay the guards enough. Cigarettes.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
If you're into
trying to
that sort of thing.
search.
No, not
Okay,
I'm not into it.
let me see if you guys can see it.
Hold on, I got to change something here.
What are we seeing?
That's
There's
an
that.
email from Paul Baker since 2014. That was the last. That was the last shipment.
2014 was his last shipment.
That was my last shipment. 2014, and then my friend John did another one in 2016. That's when the tarantulas that you're talking about. He was selling it, and he got it. He got like he got 5, and then come out to be 2 males and 3
I'll be
females,
damned.
and 2 males
You're talking about
die.
the species Goliath.
Yeah, the ones that you have. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, he got him the same year I got him with this.
yeah.
The Santo Domingo
That,
Goliath.
yeah, the Santo Domingo. Let me look for it. I think I still got it. The
Yes. Well,
list.
I want to breed that. I can send him my male. He can breed it. He can keep the male and breed as many as he can. Give me half of each sack, and I'll give you a finder's fee for finding him as a breeder.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Let me.
and the finder's fee will be paid in tarantulas. And then since I found you on Andy's channel, I'll send him some Santa doing Goliath. And if it's illegal, then I'll send them to you free on your next purchase. And if that's illegal, then
Well,
I
actually,
don't know.
it's not illegal because he was sending he was getting the shipment in that year already with the permit already with the import number, so he was legit
Right.
in when he got the Santo Domingo one. Let me see.
Yeah, he showed me a license that he had about it, and I was going to get in with him, and he told me that I'd have to go through a whole bunch of red tape to be able to do that.
Yeah. It's crazy what they make you
I
go
did
through
not.
to even do any of that stuff.
It's a
Does
bug. People squash them every day.
Yeah. And that's another thing that gets me. Brazil.
Okay, I'm
found in-
seeing. Let me see. Paul Becker, TQ tracking. Paul Becker wholesale retail. Yeah, I see that clearly now. Tracking.
Like I would like to know how Brazil can really try to enforce on the tarantula thing. I don't get that because they're, how could that foreign country tell us what we can and cannot do with what we have in our own country?
Yeah,
Because
they
they came
piss off
from
Trump.
Europe.
Trump will push a button and wipe them off the map.
I just don't get that. That's like the India trying to say you can't have this and that and this, but if we already have it here, what
Yeah.
makes the difference? It's not like
Yeah, the fasciata.
Oh,
The
there you go.
fasciata is the main
That-
one. Yeah, I see it clearly, buddy. The fasciata has not been brought import here in over 25 years, and everyone that's been born here was born on American soil. And the biggest deforesters on the entire planet wants to say we're not allowed to have fasciatas, or we got to put stipulations on them. That's bullshit. Is the United States of America being run by foreign countries now? Is that what's happening? That's what I'm seeing happen.
Okay,
We're taking our
Edward,
orders from Sri Lanka.
Edward, the last
Yes.
shipment that you got, it was 2014. I remember that good because I got photographic memory. Look at this. This is the list
Okay.
of what we have from Paul Baker.
Whatever Paul Becker was, I'm glad that we did
See this?
get some of the things we got from him, or we'd be screwed. Not yet. I'm waiting.
Santa
It'll
Domingo
come through. There's a
Goliath.
slight delay.
He
I can't
bring
see what
20.
he's showing me yet.
He bring 21 babies. That was $64 each one. Back in 2014.
Yep, and I got mine on a BOGO deal. $64
Oh no, I know,
or
I
$65
know that.
for two.
I know that. I'm just
Okay.
trying to tell you that we got it too, and I'm pretty sure that my friend John got it. Got the
Now, Will from
That
Kentuckian
is
Exotics,
awesome.
Kentuckiana Exotics, Will, he wanted to know how would it be legal? I mean, how would it be illegal as long as you're permitted?
Oh, okay. Because okay, this is the thing. You can have the permit, but the problem is how the breeders got him.
Where they got it from? What country? If it was illegally imported here. If U.S. Customs wasn't paid off to let it slip by. All that kind of shit, right?
Yeah, same thing with the Celedonias. Celedonias, they were legal until Brazil find out, and that's when they say like, oh no, those Celedonias, they came from Brazil, and that's when they find out that the researchers, they pull out egg-sac from the wild and pretty much bring it to Europe. And go ahead, Andrew.
Now, Will also said it's not like they're trademarked or anything.
Oh no, it's not.
So
yeah.
So once you get it, I don't see how they can enforce anything. I don't.
No, you're right.
I could see them.
You're right.
I could see them going to a great big company that's doing this or something that has big tarantulas and trying to figure stuff out. But I don't see them like, like Edward, myself, yourself, but you import, so that makes a difference. I don't see them coming out to our houses saying, "Where'd you get these from? How come you're doing this? How come I just don't see them taking the time to do that. It's a lot of work for them to go around to everybody.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that, but they pretty much on the shows, they can go and get you. You know, for example, like I say, like 2 months ago, the USDA they show up and he's telling me, "What do you have in your house that is illegal?" And I say, "Well, what's illegal for you?" That's my problem because all these they came from a breeder in Europe, and pretty much we import that stuff. I think Edward is talking to Andrew, and he got mute his own microphone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Edward, I think you hit mute on your microphone there, buddy.
I see his a little microphone thing.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Edward? I think you hit mute or something, or you turn the volume down or something on your microphone somehow.
Or no,
Yeah,
you cannot hear it. I can hear you.
I can't hear you, Edward. I don't know. Let me see if I can.
He needs to like if that happens, because the same thing happened to me the last time. Oh, there you go.
Can y'all hear
There
me?
you go, Edward. I can hear you now.
I didn't push anything. It just muted me.
I don't know. I wonder what happened. We can hear you though now.
Well, the list it was September 18, 2014, Edward. So that was the same year that you got yours.
Everyone can see and hear me. All right, it muted it. Yeah, it muted it by itself.
Yeah. Well, you're unmuted now, so you can hear you now. So, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, how do you go about getting a job? How do you go about getting a job saying, "I want to be a guy that goes door to door collecting illegal tarantulas"?
I mean, we could dress
That
up
would
and
be
do
funny.
that and build our collection up. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that to somebody. If I went, I would never be able to do that. That's like now they want you to get permits to buy just across state lines. They want you to get permits to buy isopods and to sell isopods. They want for every single isopod there is, they want you to have a permit to own it.
Yeah, the government quieted me, Justin.
Yeah. They want you to have a permit to own it. They want you to have a permit to move it. They want you to have a permit to breed it. And that's just an isopod. You know, I don't see how they can do that.
Well, let me tell you why. Because you cannot make taxation on animal breeding, right?
Yeah.
So they have to get in between that. You have to get some laws if you want to get some money. In this case, if you're a breeder, okay, you're gonna have to get this other permit to start selling. So pretty much it's like kind of like a go around the no taxation animal thing.
You don't think the government gets enough money from the people?
They want some more. They want some more.
That's
you
crazy.
have to remember we broke. We still own $30 trillion. So they need to pay that.
Yeah. Yep, we need to think like the hippies.
Yeah.
We need to think like the hippies and legalize nature. Legalize nature.
Well, you know, like for example, like all these ads now that you see on PETA on Facebook, like they're fucking crazy, man. Like PETA went too extreme.
I see them on TV now all the time. I mean, that's nuts. That is crazy. You know what? My mom was sitting here watching a commercial the other day, and it was a PETA commercial. And she says, I bet you all them damn animals, they killed all them animals. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
My mom hates PETA, man.
In the 70s, you have to remember, in the 70s, they get all these wildcat animals from the wild to United States. They try to smuggle it. And PETA and the USDA pretty much they let it loose in Florida instead of killing it back in the days. That's why they have the big problem with the biggest snakes in Florida. Not because breeders or people they release them. It's because they're getting it from people, and then they release it to the areas.
Yeah, I think the government itself lets some of that stuff go. Dale just came in. Hello, Dale. How you doing, buddy? So yeah, it's nuts the stuff that they try to do.
Yeah, I believe it too. And my grandpa has a picture from 1946. 1946 of Florida on a back road with a 15-foot Burmese python.
See, there you go.
See,
the 40s.
Yeah. That's back in the 40s. See that?
So that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that it is us. Actually, I don't know
In the
if you
40s.
hear in the 40s.
The pythons did not hurt Florida. The government draining the glades hurt Florida.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
They draining Florida to put houses in. Is that crazy or what?
That's crazy.
Pretty soon Arizona will be oceanfront property.
Yeah, that's true too. When a big one comes, right?
And like that oil spill, letting that oil pump in our ocean for 87 days uncapped.
Yes.
It makes me sick.
In the Gulf down there, right?
We're not hurting anybody. It's the government. It's not a government of the people, for the people, by the people anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
But
the worst thing about it is the rotten oil went down to the bottom of the ocean, and it made the crabs all over the world come to that place because they think that it's a pheromone, a breeding pheromone, and it's killing all these crustaceans, sea cucumbers, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's it's a shame that they let that go by and happen. It's they're totally destroying the environment all the way around. They're destroying it.
See, but this is the thing, Andrew and Edward and everybody is.
I hope I don't offend anybody when I say fuck PETA. They don't care about us.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, they
what
don't.
Was that one?
No, I'm saying, like, I was going to say exactly what Edward said. If PETA is really concerned about illegal animals and the right of the animals and all that kind of stuff, why in the hell they don't go and spend the money that they spend and buy the land and protect the land? Why they don't do that shit?
I don't know. You would think they would, and then protect the land, and that would be it. I always say PETA stands for people eating tasty animals, so it works for me.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm a big member of PETA.
Yeah, the lady next door, she died now, but we got the house. But she was so big into PETA, when she found out I had snakes in containers, she was like, you gotta let them run out and do their thing.
They can't see
Hold on, I can cover it like this on so nobody can see it.
Yeah, just for 1 minute.
Yeah, the PETA was crazy.
Wow.
With that.
Shit.
And I says, what do you mean? I said, when you go find these snakes in the wild, where do you find them? Under something. Hiding under a rock or hiding under a board or something where you can't where they're being confined anyway. They like sitting real confined in one little area. That's why it was easy to wipe out the place where the Poecilotheria metallicas are, because they like to be hunkered down into one area. When they wiped it out, it wasn't much to kill them off in the wild.
Well, that's why I got a little fight with the girl that's supposed to be raising money for the conservation and
screwed up
India and all that kind of stuff.
I can't see the chat.
You can't see the chat? Justin said, no offense here. F you, PETA. And then DVL Exotic says he agrees.
No, like for example, that's why me and this girl got into a fight the other day. The one that she's raising money supposed to be for protecting the Pokis. I'm like, why you don't get the money and buy the land that the Indian government is destroying it?
Yeah. And Will said a good thing, a good civil war
Can y'all still
would
hear
be a
me?
good thing. Yes, we can.
Yes, Edward.
I can hear you just fine, Edward. Will, what do you mean by that? Yeah, I just found I found something else out. You know, sand. They use sand to make glass and stuff like that. Well, that's only a certain kind. That's ocean sand. They can't. They got to use sand that goes through water. They can't use like go into the desert and use that sand for that because it's not the same. So over in India, they're killing people and taking their land because of the sand it has on it because it's running low, and it's crazy what goes on.
So all these
Still hear me?
getting money together for
Yes, Edward, I can hear you fine.
yes, Edward. Yeah, I think Edward got a delay.
Yeah, well, I'm in a slight delay also myself. So yeah, it's
If anyone
crazy
can hear me,
what's
let me know.
yes, Edward, can hear you fine.
See everybody's lips moving, but
Yeah, Kentuckian said he can hear you too. Maybe I need to switch the way we are on here, huh? How's that? So, yes, Andrew.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. I
Okay.
think grandma needs some help
With what?
because she just asked why am I having coffee at like 12 o'clock.
Oh,
And
don't
she's
worry.
like, oh, you're gonna stay awake because you have so much energy. You know, you've known me 16 years
Yeah.
and you don't know this already. So everyone I said hi.
all right.
Andrew said hello to everybody.
Somehow it got behind time by a minute and a half. I think
Are you
I'm
back
live
up?
with you guys again now.
Yes, you are, Edward. I can see you now. Helium, we're going to run out of helium, Justin Ward. We're going to run out of sand to make glass because they can't use desert sand. They have to use special sand that's like.
Yeah, I wanted to mention something else I just found out the other day about oxalotls.
Yes.
What happened with the ocellatos?
We haven't done a successful activity in like 3 weeks. We're ice cold.
He's like a minute behind, so it'll take him a minute to come up.
They're the most scientifically studied animal because their brain can heal itself, their backbone can heal itself, their spine. It's unbelievable how much they can heal themselves. But the funny thing is, they only exist in one small area in Mexico, a 10-kilometer area.
Xochimilco.
Yep.
That's the area that they live.
I know. If you cut an oxalotl's head in half, it'll heal itself. Yeah, I knew that. It's pretty interesting, and they do.
And there's millions of them in captivity.
Yes, millions of them in captivity, and that's only because people got them. Otherwise, they would be on a very much so on the endangered species list. You know, they're probably endangered anyway because of the area they're from. But because we breed them and everything in captivity, they're not considered endangered because they know nobody's catching them in the wild.
So all we have to do is get a CRISPR, go in our garage, and splice oxalotl genes with ours, and we live forever.
It's possible. You cut your arm off, you grow a new one right away. So
Invincible.
I think we lost Juan. So
look at this wild hair.
Sarah Tyndall in the house.
Damn it. Hey, if whatever happens with Juan, make sure that I get up with him somehow for these
I'll give you his information for
Does,
Facebook, and you can contact him on Facebook, Edward.
Just make sure I get up with him for the Pampamedius species Goliath.
Absolutely. I'll give you his information on Facebook, and then you can contact him on there.
All right, and I haven't forgot you. If we can pull it off, you'll get some free Pampamedius species Macala.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Very
That's
good.
great. Just don't be sniffing inside their container.
No, I don't want no hairs up in my face.
Goliath. Santa Minga Goliath, not McCullough. Going my
I suppose
hey,
if you,
Dennis cooked food down there in the refrigerator.
I suppose if you got them hairs in your eyes, you'd be in trouble, huh? So somehow we got a lag going here.
It would blind you.
Yep. So I think we've been
Irreversible unless we splice our eyeball with an oxalotl.
Well, I think we're gonna hop off, Edward.
about that.
It's been an hour and a half almost, so I want to thank you for being on. It was great to have you on, and I will talk to you later, my friend.
This has been interesting, Andy. All right, my buddy.
So, peace out.
Hey, I quit playing Fortnite to come do this with you, my bro.
Thank you very much. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
All right, bro.
And
I'm gonna go teach him how to play.
I will get this out to you.
Yes, it was. Wow. I never knew that you were getting that out to me.
Yes. Yes.
That is very cool. That is very cool. Wow.
So, I will Justin.
That is awesome.
Well, I will talk to all you guys
That
later.
is awesome. If I make it up that way, I'll be sure and I'll bring you something really nice.
All right. I'll definitely get it out to you. So, peace out.
All right, buddy. Bye, everyone. Great being here.